Hi, I'm Pete Paniski. We just finished live streaming the bridge this morning, we're in the Trinity Gym and we're setting up for a new look next week. And it kind of looks like a mess right now. I have here with me Sammy Unash, a good friend of mine, who is trying to make sense out of this Rubik's Cube. Now, a Rubik's Cube does have a solution, although he's been working on this one for a while, and he found out that somebody has been peeling the stickers off, so it kind of looks like a mess. So I'm going to give it back to Sammy, and he can keep on working on it to see if he can make it a little bit less of a mess. But the reason why I'm talking about this today is our lessons for today are a mess. But what we want to celebrate is God has this all figured out. In our Old Testament lesson, 1 Samuel chapter 6 through 8, God's people ask for a king. And it's a mess because when they're asking for a king, what they're really doing is saying, God, we really aren't satisfied with what you're doing. We want to do what we want to do. And their life turns out to be a mess because of it. But it was all part of God's plan. God had it all figured out. Like Sammy has got this all figured out. So that they asked for a king, and God would bless them through a king. We're going to see that in King David in the next few days. The New Testament lesson is a lot like that. It is a mess because the great missionaries of the New Testament, Paul and Barnabas, have a falling out. We're going to begin reading at Acts chapter 16, verse 36. They're going to go on their second missionary journey and they have a falling out. And life starts to become a mess because God's great missionary plan has been ruined. But the reality is God had it all figured out. God used their mistakes, their arguments, to divide the missionary team, to multiply missionaries, so that ultimately more people came to know about the Savior. So the New Testament lesson, it's Acts chapter 16, verse 36 through 17, about verse 13. It's Thessalonica and Berea. You'll see it. And then again, the Old Testament lesson is from 1 Samuel chapter 6, verse through chapter 8. And it's just a great reminder that, like right now, it just seems like life is a mess. But relax. God's got it all figured out.